Hi there, trailer owners. Today we're going to be taking a look at Byers tri-ball mount for 2-inch hitches. If we take a look at our ball mount here, we can see we've got 3 balls that are welded on to the drawbar there. On top, we've got our 2 5/16 ball that offers a 10,000 pound gross towing capacity for it. If we were to turn it over here, we have our 2-inch ball here with a gross trailer rating of 7,500 pounds. And lastly, we've got our 1 7/8 inch ball with a 6,000 pound capacity. And that's pretty massive for a 1 7/8 inch ball. It's pretty rare for a ball to have that high of capacity. So you've got plenty of available pulling power. If you do got a smaller trailer that you're really trying to load up to the max, this thing should be able to have no problem with that. If we look at the attachment points here at the back, it does have a pretty good long shank on it, so it should stick out back pretty far. That's nice if you, not so much for a truck here, because the trucks are usually pretty flush with the back, but on some of your SUVs, they can be tucked up underneath the bumper, so having this extra length is gonna give you that versatility to make sure you can hook up to some of the larger trailers. Our attachment point here is a 5/8 inch pinhole, and you'll secure it to your hitch using a 5/8 inch hitch pin and clip. Now, one doesn't come included with the hitch, but we've got plenty available here at eTrailer, and you can also get locking ones to protect your investment. We're gonna be using this hitch pin, which seems a little bit long. That's because we're working with a 2.5 inch hitch here. But here at eTrailer, we do have reducers available, so if you have a larger hitch, you can bring that down to a 2 inch and get this attached. We're gonna go ahead and get it secured now. The trailer that's behind us here is a pretty large camper, and it uses a 2 5/16 inch ball, so we're going to start out with that ball here. It's as easy as sliding it into the receiver and then putting the pin in place. If you needed a different size ball, you'd simply slide it out, turn it to the appropriate size ball you needed, and then slide it back in and repin it. We can see that the pin holes here are kind of in a cross and a little plus shape there, so you just simply turn it to get those holes to line up for whatever ball you're going to use. So we're going to be using this one here, so I'm going to go ahead and slide this in. And we can go ahead and get that secured. And it's as simple as that. You've now got your attachment, your tri-ball on there, and you've got it set to a 2 5/16 size. So let's go ahead and get hooked to our trailer here. So now that we've got it backed up, we can just lower our trailer down on it. For demonstration purposes, we're not going to be putting any on there, but if you put a little bit of multi-purpose grease on there, that can help extend the life of your ball. So it looks like we need to back up just a smidgen more here to be able to drop down on there. And we adjusted it back just a little bit now, and our coupler's able to drop right onto the ball there. We can get it latched up, and we're now ready to bring up our jack, hook up the rest of our connections, which typically includes your electrical for your lighting and brake circuits, as well as your safety cables. When hooking up your safety cables, you want to cross your cables. So we're going to take the one attached closer to the driver's side there and attach it to the passenger side on our hitch, and vice versa with the other one. And that'll help create a cradle, so in the event of a catastrophic disconnect, it's going to hold our coupler up off the pavement. And we'll get our electrical connection hooked up as well. And now at this point, we're ready to hit the road. So now that we've checked out the 2 5/16 ball in action, so I hooked up to a large camper. We've got a smaller pop-up camper here, and this uses a 2-inch ball. A lot of your utility trailers out there, the ones that are usually about 7,000 pound trailers, those are also all going to use 2-inch balls in most cases as well. So this is probably one of the most common sizes, is your 2-inch. So it's nice that we've got that available to us there. In order to change our ball, we'll just remove our hitch pin. We'll slide it out of our receiver. We'll twist it to the appropriate ball that we're wanting to use. And then we're just going to reinsert this back into our receiver there, re-secure it with our pin, And we are now ready to hook up to a 2-inch coupler. Now that we've got it backed up underneath our coupler here, we can just lower the coupler down onto our ball. Again, I would recommend putting some multi-purpose grease on it, but for demonstration purposes, we're not gonna. Make sure that we latch it in place, and if you've got any pins or anything like that, make sure you put those on as well. Now that we're all hooked up there, we can go ahead and hook up the rest of our connections just like we did on the other trailer. This one does have a jack that twists away, so we will want to make sure that we tip this up as well, so we can get this twisted out of our way. And we can grab our safety chains and make our connections here. And just like we talked about on the other one, how we've got it hooked up to the driver's side on the trailer, we're going to go to the passenger side on our hitch, cross those chains, and make our electrical connection. And we're now ready to take this trailer with us. And we've gone ahead and switched to a different vehicle here, and we slid it in the 1 7/8 inch ball position. The reason we switched to a different vehicle is because our truck was just a little bit too tall. We would have had to add a drop in, which we do sell here at eTrailer. So that is an option if it's something you're interested in on hauling these smaller, littler trailers, using that 1 7/8 inch ball in your truck. But in most cases, having a tri-ball like this, you probably got your bigger truck you can use for your larger balls, and then you got a smaller vehicle for your little trailers if you're even planning on using it on a little trailer like this. It's great that it has the option, and it hooks up pretty much just like your other balls. We're just gonna get our trailer here, push our leg back, and this is just gonna slide into place and latch down. We'll then insert our pin for our leg here. If you've got anything like that, you want to make sure you do so. And we can hook up our safety chains as well. And with everything connected now, we're ready to hit the road. And we can see here that our trailer is nice and level. That's what we always want to try to achieve, or be slightly higher in the front so that when we're loading it down, it achieves nice and level with it loaded up. So that's really the only issue that I find with these tri-balls here. They're great, they offer a lot of versatility, but since that is just a straight shank on here, due to the varying heights of trailers, it may not be a one-all solution without an additional accessory that can drop it down to give you the appropriate height. We do sell adjustable tri-balls here at eTrailer, so if you wanted to get one that's all in one package, you could get that as well. So we're gonna go ahead and unhook it here one more time and take a look at the shank on our ball. If we slide it out of here, we can see that this is a tubular shank inside of our receiver here, or the shank here is all hollow on the inside. And what that's going to do for us is reduce the weight, so we don't have such a heavy tri-ball that we have to take out and throw in the trunk, because it does have some pretty good weight to it right now. So you can imagine if this was completely filled solid all the way down, it'd be considerably heavier and a little bit harder to manage. We do have solid shank models available though from Byers, so if you did want that solid shank, you could get that as well. We're showing off the chrome ball option today, but you can get this tri-ball also with black balls if that was more fitting to your style. And that completes our look at Byers tri-ball mount for 2-inch hitches.